The abandonment crises of the narcissistic personality, just theoretically, in light of the attachment stuff, does make sense. We just aren't expecting it with a narcissistic individual because we don't see the same levels of sort of despair and instability that we might see with, for example, more of a borderline style. The issue of abandonment can also explain hoovering. You may be wondering, if they're afraid of abandonment, why would a narcissist leave and then try to pull you back? And they might try to pull you back if you're the one who left, but why? Interestingly, narcissists will often leave relationships because sometimes when people are afraid of something, they try to get ahead of it. They try to abandon the other person first. It allows that person, the leaver, to control the narrative, to control the fear. It's like knowing when the scary part of the movie is going to come, rather than being startled by it. But after a person who tries to kind of get away or get ahead of the abandonment by pulling out themselves, there can be a sort of primitive attempt to work this through. Can I bring that person back? That disorganized approach, avoiding, go away, no, come back, no, 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 go away, no, come back. That's the style that often characterizes narcissistic relationships. And that's where you often see the hoovering. And you may fall for it, and then the whole cycle starts again. Again, it's like the child that aggravates the mom does step away, and the child's like, I want to get mom back. The fear of abandonment shared by many narcissists is often related to the fear of losing validation, narcissistic supply, control, and then there's the activation of shame scripts around being rejected. And when you think of it that way, it may make more sense. But all of this adds to the roller coaster quality of any relationship with a narcissist. So that begs the question, what's the antidote to abandonment? How do any of us keep our abandonment fears at bay? By feeling secure and safe in the world. Now, how does a person get there if they didn't have healthy attachment experiences earlier in life? It comes down to therapy and doing the work of self-compassion, of self-reflection, of self-awareness, and recognizing that emotions are not scary. None of this comes easy to people with narcissistic personalities. And so for some of you, many of you didn't have early secure attachments, but you have been able to do the hard psychological work of helping yourself as an adult feel safer in the world. For a narcissistic individual, though, that is highly, highly unlikely. There will always be this sense of threat. And remember something I've said throughout these videos. Think of the narcissistic individual as somebody who feels a constant sense of threat from the world. They always feel like something is coming at them, right? And even when there's nothing coming at them, part of it is sort of what they're saying to themselves in their own head. And abandonment is pretty high on that list of threats a person with a narcissistic personality style feels. A great example of this would be some of you who've been in narcissistic marriages, you yourself would say, I don't want to get divorced. I don't believe in divorce. I want to stay married. I have to stay married. We have kids together. Our money is like this. It's my culture. It's my religion. Whatever your reasons are, you don't want a divorce. You're in a narcissistically abusive marriage, and one day you finally, you can't take it anymore.